The Atlanta Falcons playbook is perfect for players who want to have a deadly passing attack. We are going to look at 3 different formations here in the Falcons playbook, and to start off, we are looking at gun bunch. Gun bunch is one of the best formations in the game every single year, and the Falcons have a particularly good gun bunch, and that's partly because of this play right here, which is bench pivot. What makes bench pivot so great is that they have this really unique zig route from the middle bunch receiver. And so this route has an amazing chance of beating man coverage. We, of course, can do some really nice zone beating concepts with it as well. But if we go ahead and put the defense in a cover 1, we can go ahead and watch how this zig route runs. And right here, he completely cooked his man. I don't know where his man was going. You see that having the ability to beat man coverage like that is extremely valuable. Now, if we wanted to attack zone coverage with this play, it's just one adjustment. That's going to be to put our outside bunch receiver on a slot fade. And then if our opponent is in a shaded down cover 3 or something like that, we just have to read the high-low of the corner route and the zig. And so you can see right here, in this case, because it's shaded down, the corner route is wide open. That's just an easy flood concept on the far sideline. And of course, we have that backside dig as well. Any flood concept is always completed by a backside dig. That way, if the user goes and runs with the corner route, the backside dig is coming in and filling in the space vacated by the user, and you would throw to him for an easy completion over the middle. Now, the second play we're going to look at in gun bunch is going to be the play verticals. This is one of the best zone beating plays in the entire game, and it has been for years. And the only adjustment we're going to make is take our running back and put him on an in route. Now, the first read on this play is actually going to be the outside bunch receiver on the flat part of his wheel route, because if your opponent leaves that flat open, and sometimes people do because they're worried about all the other route combos in gun bunch, you can snap this ball and then just throw it to him on the outside and get an easy 6 or 7 yards. And that's going to force your opponent to put hard flats out there. Now, after that, you want to be looking at the tight end on the wheel route and the running back on the in route. Those are your next 2 reads. And depending on where those linebackers play, you see in this case with the linebacker playing down on the in route, you have the easy completion to the tight end wheel route. This is a cover. That was a shaded down cover 3, by the way. And so if it's not a shaded down cover 3, then in this case, the running back is getting caught up on the line of scrimmage, but eventually he comes open late, and that's an easy completion over the middle. Now, the final read, of course, is going to be the crosser from our middle bunch receiver. Insanely good crosser. I mean, this crosser is probably one of the most thrown crossers in the entire game. And we'll try that again because the Falcons O-line is kind of playing like they play in real life, which is really bad. And so we'll go ahead and give them one more chance. Oh, and the Falcons O-line is still doing Falcons O-line things. That's even with a 3-man rush. All right, Falcons, we're going to try a 2-man rush. And so if they can't block this, then I think the answer is just never, ever use the Falcons online. Fortunately, they blocked that. And so with a pass lead down and outside, you can hit that crosser along the sidelines. That'll be open against cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. That's just such a deep crosser that as long as you have that streak out there to push back the deep blues, that crosser is getting open against any type of zone coverage. Now, the third play we're going to look at in gun bunch is the play Y curl. And these running back wheel routes that are super flat at the start, you guys know that I love these because you can just snap and throw these and get easy yards on the outside. And it's really tough for your opponent to guard. It's that you basically get the best of both worlds, of both a flat route and a wheel route. And so that's why I love any play that has these on the field. And the other main route I want to draw attention to is going to be the solo receiver on this seam streak. And so he kind of starts off like a slant, then he cuts up field. And this is a cover 3 destroyer. And so if we go ahead and snap this ball, you're going to see that he gets in such an amazing spot inside of the outside third defender. We just pass through that ball inside, and there's just nothing your opponent can do about that because that route just, it gets too far inside of the thirds to be able to make a play. Of course, all the other routes on the play can be usable as well. You can, of course, throw this drag route over the middle if you just want an easy check down. And then you have a nice spot route and a wheel route on the outside as well. And so Y curl is just one of those plays that's great every single year because you have these unique routes that provide you with unique spacing that you can't get on any other play. Now, the second formation I want to show you guys is gun tight Y off. And what makes gun tight Y off so unique is that you have these certain plays like motion slot choice right here, where your receiver starts off in the wrong side of the formation and he ends up motioning across and you're briefly in the correct alignment in the formation, and then you'll snap the ball and run your play. What makes this so unique is that you can actually hot route your player. And actually, to be clear, let's make sure everyone understands. This right here is the normal alignment for gun tight Y off. It's basically just a normal tight formation. But this is the alignment for the play motion slot choice. And so what you can do here is you can actually hot route this motion receiver. I can put him on a slot fade. I can do anything I want. And all of a sudden, we have a 4x1 set here, even though we're technically in gun tight Y off. And so that's what's so unique, is that you basically get 2 formations for 1 because of these auto motion plays where you can put hot routes on that guy and cancel out the auto motion. And so right here, this is of course just a very easy flood concept. As you guys know, I love me some flood concepts, honestly, because I just think they're one of the best route combos in the game, and a lot of people don't know how to guard them or just choose not to guard them. And so I put flood concepts on the field all the time. But this route combo also can do a great job of beating man coverage as well. We'll go ahead and set that up again, get the offense in a cover 0, and maybe we want to block the running back here. But we have 3 different routes that could beat man coverage. We have the return route, the tight end corner route, and the deep dig route from our solo receiver. If we go ahead and run this, you see it in this case, it was the tight end corner route that just completely cooked. And that's just a little tip for you guys. In general, tight end corner routes where they're not attached to the line will be pretty bad at beating man coverage, but tight end corner routes where they're attached to the line, and so it's like a shorter corner route, like you see right there, those are really good against man coverage. And so keep that in mind, guys. These shallow tight end corner routes where they're attached to the line are amazing against man coverage. If they're not attached to the line, the corner routes are going to be deeper, and those are not as good against man coverage. But if you need a reliable man beater, just find any formation where the tight end is attached to the line, and that hot routed corner route is going to be amazing against man coverage. Now, the third formation that we're going to look at is gun tight flex. And this right here is the play cross. I love this play so much because we have so many unique route combos we can build out of it. But the first thing I love to always read after the snap, if I'm not making any adjustments, is the wheel route from our left side receiver, because on the flat part of that wheel route, just like we saw on the play verticals, you can go ahead and just hit him for easy yards if your opponent isn't guarding the flat, and that's going to force them to put hard flats on the field, and that just opens up everything else for us. Now, like we've seen a million times, if your opponent is in any type of shade down zone coverage, and we can do cover 2 this time, but it's going to work for cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4, all you have to do is take that outside receiver, put him on a streak, and now you have a super easy flood concept on the left sideline. You have this super shallow cross. You could basically call it a drag. And you, of course, have the deeper crosser as well. And if your O-line holds up, in the case of the Falcons, I don't know why B got bumped into oblivion. I'm actually really curious about what happened there. B kind of just didn't really run his route. Let's go learn together real quick. It should have been this guy right here. And okay, so that's why he was so late on his route. I understand now. We'll try one more time. Obviously, we still got the completion, but it really took him a long time to get across the field. It's not usually going to take him that long. So if we go ahead and run this again, you see it. That's really the timing and spacing that we should be seeing on this crosser. And it's just an amazing zone beater. But also, this is a great man-beating play as well. If we go ahead and put the defense in a cover 0 blitz, having these 2 drags crossing over the middle of the field is going to be insanely powerful. I think double drags is one of the best man-beating concepts in the entire game, no matter what. And if you're not using double drags, I mean, maybe you got other ways to beat man. Beating man isn't really that bad, but I think double drags is just one of the easiest ways. The other thing is that with this running back wheel route, there's often going to be a mismatch and maybe even a misalignment where you could just snap this ball and throw out to the running back wheel route. And right there, okay, they actually tricked me on that play. They did a man switch, which is pretty slick of them. I'll give them credit for that. But if they're not doing a man switch, and so let's try and have them not do the man switch this time. In that case, what you're going to see, let's just go ahead and snap the ball and see what they do. Okay, so okay, that's the result of their man switch. We figured it out. So the game, sometimes they'll do man switches and sometimes they won't. And so I don't know if you guys saw, but basically what's happening is this linebacker here was supposed to be manned up on the running back. And so when the running back goes out on his wheel route, the safety is calling for a man switch on him. The safety is supposed to be on the tight end. And as a result, the linebacker is just left completely cooked because of the man switch late. And so in that case, we'll just hit the drag. And so if they're not man switching, then the running back can be a big mismatch on the outside. If they are man switching, then you'll just take whoever they switched off of because he's going to be wide open. And so that is cross in the play gun tight flex. Now, the other play in gun tight flex I want to show you guys is PA post shot. And this is a natural zone beater. Just looking at it, you can see it. We have a natural flood concept on the left side of the field. I do like to block the play action, and that just allows us to pass the ball a little bit sooner and see the field a little bit sooner. And so right there, we just pass that ball outside, easy completion along the sidelines. And this play can also be a pretty solid man beater as well. And so if I go ahead and put the defense in cover 1, as we know, I'm going to block the running back here. And you can see that the tight end on the drag is going to be our first man beater. And he actually didn't separate, which usually he will. Let's go ahead and try some man coverage again. We'll do some cover 0 this time, but same exact route combo, of course. And there's just so much bumping, but even after he do the bumping, really nice separation on the drag. And then, of course, if we go ahead and put the defense in man coverage one more time, we can see that this time that other shallow crosser from the right side gets wide open, especially if the defenders can bump into each other. And honestly, the other crossers have a chance of beating man coverage as well. I would say it's a little more iffy. I'd say the 2 best routes for beating man are the 2 routes on the right side. But even that deeper crosser from the inside receiver on the left side has a chance of beating man as well. And so all this is to say, there are a ton of great things for you to run in the Falcons playbook.